it going, JDM crew? I hope you can hear me. John here from JDM Expo. If you guys recognize the sound of that motor, it's definitely an SR20. And I'm not sure if you could see this in frame though, but down here, got a Kenwood audio deck. I've got a Nismo shift knob and an HKS boost gauge. To complement the interior, I know I'm not using the radio right now, but we do have Kenwood audio with, we do have some tweeters, and I guess we also have a small unit right here, so they did upgrade the audio a little bit. AC unit works, but I don't need it right now because it's nice and chilly, actually. Good fall weather. And the reason why it's a bit noisy though is because behind you guys, the interior is basically stripped out. This is definitely set up more for drift or track. But this suspension is definitely a bit more streetable. It's not dialed in too harshly, so pretty good stuff. Got the sunset behind me, so you guys probably see pretty decently. If I did this a little bit earlier, it probably would be too harsh on the lighting. But yeah, in terms of modifications, I mean, it's definitely lightened up a bit. We do have mostly suspension mods, and when it comes to the power, what's more important is actually the power delivery here. And right there is that LSD kicking in. With the SR20, it really slips in the first two gears very easily. So if you're a drifter, perfect. Got oversized load right there. That looks pretty massive. Looks like a big valve or something. Oh wait, never mind. Got the pilot vehicle. I'm not going to get in the way of that. So yeah, like I said, lots of truck traffic. Very industrial. So yeah, about this car though, yeah, we've got plenty of suspension mods. On the power front though, we do have intake and exhaust basically set up. We've got high flow air filter. The turbo, I'm not really sure if they modified anything on that because it wasn't told to me. I didn't notice any like weird stuff under the hood, nothing wild. We've got, basically they opened it up though. We've got a larger intercooler front mount. And of course on the exhaust, it's pretty close to being a straight pipe. I think it is actually. So yeah, very responsive. But yeah, it's got dual tip, and I've also got two, if you guys need silencers, but where we're going, we don't need silencers. So as you can see, it definitely picks up really good there. It's quite noisy. Very good though. A little bit of the exhaust getting in there. It's because the wind's going in my direction. Like it smells a little rich, which is good when you've got full throttle. So you're not gonna you're not gonna get too high of a cylinder temperature, so it's actually tuned pretty good. So as you can see, definitely cruising along here real nice. A little bit rough on some of these bumps, but the suspension, I don't know, I give it a good score. I don't like it when it's too soft, and I prefer that response. Well, starting from the interior here, we can go over the dash here. As you can see, good shape. It looks like that they patched up this side here, but for the most part there's no cracks throughout the whole thing. I think they might have had it for a gauge in the past, but now we do have this boost gauge right here. And of course, if you want to see the mileage, about 157,000 kilometers. It's just under 100,000 miles-ish. And of course, you can see the EC right there. That's stock. You have good carpets in here. I'll just take a step out here so you can see. And of course this is faded, but the bucket seat is very functional. Just a little bit of a tear right there. But those are removable pads, so you can always update that if you want. And we do have, hold on a second, in the back, you can sort of see it. The seats there. They're not fully mounted in there, but as you can see, the belts are removed currently, but it's because they did modify it quite a bit. The headliner doesn't have any sag, and we do have the carpets underneath here, so all good. And that's the wire for the seat belt thing, so. And we do have this Nismo shift knob. I think you can see the Nismo right there on the side. Sorry, it's a little blurry there. And we do have this Kenwood audio deck and the climate control system there, so AC works. And of course the heater. Yeah, we do have that CARS area. I think it's like a mini amp for the tweeters. So they did upgrade the speakers a little bit. And also on the side here in the pocket we do have the silencers for the exhaust, which I'll show you there. It's almost straight piped, so and as you can see here, this is definitely not the stock color. It's kind of like a forest green. And as you can see there, we've got front mount intercooler, and you can see how this sits with the body kit pretty nicely. And you can see there is a little bit of camber because it's dropped pretty well, but the handling is actually really nice on this. We got Federal tires on here. It's very smooth, by the way. As you can see, we've got aftermarket lights all around. And for this exhaust here, it's quite beefy, very high flowing, got a good rumble to it too. And as you can see, the paint's in pretty good shape all around. It is all aftermarket, so not sure when they had done this. And so yeah, for this is actually like, also I'm not sure if it's polyurethane or a type of composite. This one is a type of composite, fiber reinforced. And here we go for the engine bay. As you can see, it's definitely modified. And we have the beautiful pop-up headlights. We do have a ground disconnect there also. If you want to set that up for security, you can unplug it if it's going to be sitting for a little while. Here's some numbers for you guys looking for some additional information, and it's a genuine RPS 13. And oh yeah, I did want to point out on this one that it is actually an SR20 genuine from the factory. So this is, I'm not sure how original the motor is, because it seems to be that they only put on bolt-ons, so they didn't really like take it apart. We do have coilovers, as you can tell, all around. And from the drive over, they're actually dialed in pretty nicely. A little firm, but the rebound is not bad on them, so they have it dialed in pretty good for street. And here we go, we got this HKS dome filter there. It's high flow. Got that going into the turbo. And from here down to the front mount, all the way around and back up and over to the engine, to the intake plenum. We got the throttle right there. So most of it is stock, like the main parts, but you know, we do have it opened up on the intake and exhaust and around the turbos, and of course from the turbo back you got a pretty free flowing exhaust there, so quite the roar. But it's definitely set up for response though. Very nice and responsive throttle. Good stuff. Alright, there you have it folks, another fine 180SX. And of course this one is modified. We have had ones that are a bit more original than this, but this one's got plenty of healthy mods there, LSD in the back, and we have the whole body kit on there, so we do have all the ultra wide stuff there. So if you like wide, there's no such thing as too wide, unless you get stuck on Tokyo streets or something. But this is all good here. Definitely got that nice drift flare. Some people might mistaken it for an FC, but no, it is definitely a 180SX, and with that SR20 to boot. So that's good stuff right there. And if you have any questions about this or any other vehicles, make sure to contact us, info@jdm-expo.com. And basically, if you DM us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, or email us, it all gets to our sales guys, and they'll be able to take care of you within about 24 to 48 hours. Definitely it's a little bit busier now towards the holidays, and actually now that we're heading into around Halloween and into November, getting kind of close if you want to get your car in by the end of the year. But hey, what better way to enjoy the new year than to have you know, a good old JDM car for Christmas. So that's up to you guys. Definitely hope. Definitely prices have been getting really crazy with the R34s, as a lot of you people have been seeing, and R33s. But hey, there's a lot of interesting cars just like this one that are often overlooked, but some of them were a bit more available around the world. So I know some of you guys already have some domestic versions, but hey, can't beat the real deal, huh? Get it, JDM. So hopefully you guys are doing okay wherever you are in the world, and make sure to check out our other videos and hit us up if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.